Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple-species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today. The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Okuma.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here for this week's video fishing forecast. I'm inside today. It's warm, it's hot, in fact it's muggy, and unless you're out on the water you really don't want to be outside. Hey, last weekend we had ideal weather conditions. It resulted in some great reports coming from all over the island. And you know what? It looks like this weekend we might be in for more of the same. Just checking out the marine forecast for the weekend. Friday looks a little shaky getting started. We're looking at east winds up to maybe 20 knots. But by the afternoon they're saying it's going to lay down to 5 to 10. However, Saturday you're looking at northwest switching over to west at 5. And on Sunday, west switching over to south at 5. So it looks like we're going to have two real good days. You offshore guys should be able to get wherever you want to go, get to the canyons. Good weather window coming up, and looks good on the sound and in the ocean. So should be a good weekend. Try to get out there. Fluke, tough to beat Montauk right now in terms of quality, but it does seem like there's more quality fish, almost like there was a movement of fish from offshore inshore along the south side of the island this past week. We had improved catches from West End ocean boats, even Fire Island where the water's cleaned up from the inlet to the bridge. There was some better scores being made. Moriches Bay had some good fishing, in Shinnecock in the bay and in the ocean outside the inlet. Some good fluke catches, with definitely some more bigger fish in the mix this week, so you can look forward to that for your fluke fishing. Up in Long Island Sound too, some quality fish. The James Joseph continues to find some better quality fish. He's fishing deep. He's fishing ledges, sometimes as deep as 80 feet of water off that Huntington area. Sunday, as an example, he had fish up to 10.6 pounds, but also several other fish in the 6 to 8 pound class. So some nice quality up there also. As far as striped bass fishing goes, again, Montauk coming off this moon. It was red hot on the July moon. Many big fish, 30 to 50 pounds being caught. I hope a lot of those fish are being released because we keep putting a big dent in those large breeders. And yeah, again, take what you can use. How many of those big fish do you need to eat? Likely that fishing's going to slow down now. You know, we're off the moon. We'll be down almost a week off the moon by the weekend. But there are plenty of fish in the reefs, and you always have a shot at some good bass fishing out there. Some decent chunking going on for big bass, also up in the Sound, the Western and Central Sound. That's holding up pretty good. Down in the South Shore, the bass are not around. It's not like it was the last few years with a lot of big fish on the bunker schools. There's very few schools of bunker holding fish. If you find the right pot of fish or the right pot of bunker, you have a shot, but nothing like the last few years. And in fact, there's a lot less bunker around. We're not seeing as many bunker as we did the last few years, at least adult bunker. There are loads of peanut bunker far west, down towards Breezy Point, that area there, you know, Brooklyn, New York Bight, but the adult bunker are not around in the same numbers. Porgies are a great option, you know, if you're just looking to bend the rod. Getting great porgy reports from all over the place. Good to excellent catches in most parts of the Sound. Montauk, same thing, and to a lesser degree on the South Shore, but there are some spots where guys are doing well on the South Shore on some of the reefs and wrecks. Also some very good shore fishing taking place in Brooklyn along the Rockaway seawall, places like that. Montauk, the sand beaches on the ocean front, the town beach, Navy Beach on the other side. And a lot of the North Shore beaches producing very good porgy action. Best bait seems to be worms. I know worms are expensive, but that seems to be the top bait, but you'll also catch them on clams. Sea bass, South Shore reefs and wrecks, seen some excellent sea bass fishing and some big fish up to 5 pounds. I think there are even some reports of fish to 6 pounds this week. Same on the east end, a lot of big sea bass. Really, to get the most, I know there's a 3 fish bag limit, but that's still, you get 3 nice sea bass, that's some good eating. But to really get the most out of it, if you haven't already, think about switching over to light tackle, light spinning rod, 10-pound test braid, jigs. You can fish 3/4, 1 ounce jigs. If you want to tip them, you can tip them with gulp, you can tip them with squid. But it's really a lot of fun. Sea bass are great fighters on that light tackle, and it just seems to give you a lot more value for those 3 fish. So give that some thought this weekend. Getting offshore, like I said, this weekend really looks like a go, and there's plenty of good action taking place. Shark fishing continues to be good. Quite a few makos, quite a few threshers offshore. And the good news too, bluefin tuna seems to have settled into the 30-fathom line. They're at the Coimbra. Also a real good bite at the Bacardi. So we'll see what happens after Friday's east winds. But the tuna around, there's tons of sand eels offshore. In fact, there's sand eels all around the island. Getting reports up in the Sound, South Shore inlets, Montauk, and offshore also. So that's a really good sign. And sand eels tend to hold fish in an area, which is very positive. The bluefins, the hot techniques have been trolling value on long lines, but some fish are being caught in the afternoons on topwater plugs too, and that's a blast if you can get them on spinning tackle and poppers. Good bite at the canyons, yellowfin and some big eyes. So, like I said, there's plenty of options. If you're a surf fisherman, surf fishing reports have been kind of slim. There's more talk about sharks and porgies these days than there are bass and bluefish. But if you're looking for bass or blues, again, the eastern inlets, Mauritius, Shinnecock, probably your better bet, and there's no slaughter. I mean, it's a pick of fish, you got to work for them, but you have a shot at some fish up to 20 pounds or into the low 20s. Most of the fish are in the 10-pound range, 12-pound range, and that's all bucktailing at night pretty much, swim shads. Montauk, there's a pick of fish, again too, you got to work for them. A few coming off the south side, a few coming out from under the light, and there are some bluefish on the north side, but it's not what it was the last couple of weeks. That fishing also seems to have tapered off, but there are still shots of blues on the north side. So plenty of opportunities out there. Try to get out and fish this weekend. Till next week, Fred Golofaro here for thefisherman.com.
The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Okuma. Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple-species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today.